Welcome back to the online functional athletics fitness experience. Week 2, we are doing Gun Show 2.0. So bodybuilding day, week 2. Mike's got a nice little pump day planned for us, so I'm gonna let him take you through it.
All right, guys. So this is day number 5 for the week. This will be Friday. Starting off with the warm up, we have 3 rounds. I'm gonna start you guys off with 3 walkouts. We'll go into 5 burpees, 12 Cossack squats, 12 air squats, and then 24 jumping jacks. So 3 rounds of that. Moving on, I will have some mobility. I couldn't fit it all on the board here, so I'll show you guys a little bit of mobility when I start taking you through the movements afterwards. But moving on to the accessory work, after the mobility part, you guys are gonna do 4 sets. You're gonna do your 20 to 45 second Superman plank, so you guys will be in a normal plank position, but you're gonna have your arms stretched out in front of you, so it'll be really, really tough to hold, so that's why I have a bit of a range there, so you guys will just try and hold it for either 20 or upwards to 45 seconds. Moving on, we have pull-throughs, 20 reps. You guys are gonna do, in your push-up position, the weight starts on the outside, you're gonna have to reach across and drag it over to the other side, and then reach across and drag it over to the other side, so you end up doing 10 per side there. Then moving on, we have dumbbell rows. That'll be standing with our feet slightly offset. It's 15 reps, but every 5 reps, you guys have to hold at the top for 5 seconds and then continue where you left off. So you do 15 per arm there, and then we're gonna finish with the 20 bicep curls where you guys are holding the 2 ends of your dumbbell all the way up to the shoulders and then back down. We're gonna do 4 sets of that. You're gonna rest roughly 90 seconds to 2 minutes after each set. And then we're going to move on to the WOD. WOD's super simple, 2 movements today, 5 rounds. We have 20 dumbbell or kettlebell push press. So you do all 10 on one side before switching and doing 10 on the other side. And then 20 alternating plank up down. So starting in your plank, up with the right hand, down with the right hand, and then you would start with the other arm in the next one. So in just a second, we'll see you guys back on the floor. We'll take you through each one of these movements. All right, guys, welcome back. So let's start off with our warm-up. So starting at the top of the list here, we have our walkout. So starting from standing, legs straight, walks his hands all the way out, full push-up, chest to the floor, walks his hands all the way back, stands all the way up in between. Scaling in that movement, walking his hands out, drops to his knees, does his push-up from the knees, back to the toes, and then walks his hands back to his feet, stands up all the way in between. So we're gonna do 3 reps like that, 5 burpees, jumping his feet back, drops his chest to the floor with control, jumps his feet forward, and always reaching above the head at every rep. So you're jumping and reaching to the ceiling. 12 Cossack squats. So you're going to set up in a bit of a wide split stance. He'll stay there, he'll lean over to one side while pushing his hips back, keeping both his feet as flat as possible, back to the middle, and then over to the other side. So we'll end up doing 6 per side, okay? Still trying to keep that chest fairly tall. Moving into his air squats, brings his feet into his normal squat stance. Chest stays tall, hips back, on the heels, all the way up, fully extending his hips at the top of every squat. And then the last one, we have 24 jumping jacks. So starting everything together in the middle, jumps out in that star shape, and then back to the middle. Every time his hands and feet come back together again is the rep. We're gonna do 24. 3 rounds like that. For the mobility, what I would get you guys to do is just go up to the wall, and we'll start off with the chest stretch. All these stretches I want you guys to hold for about 30 to 45 seconds. So arm along the wall, turns his body away from the wall, holds there, and then he would alternate to the other side. And then he's going to go into what we call the prison stretch. Both hands against the wall above him. He's going to pull his chest down as he pushes his hips back and pulls his chest down and through, trying to really stretch out those lats, okay? Those are the only 2 stretches I'm going to get you to do today, about 30 to 45 seconds on both. Moving on to the accessory work. So we have our first movement here. We got 4 sets. We're going to start off with our Superman plank. So with this, I recommend just getting set up in a normal push-up first, and then he's going to walk his hands forward to the point where he feels he has the most control before he would fall. And he's going to hold there for that 20 to 45 seconds, okay? And once he's ready, he would walk his hands back and come out of it, or you guys can just lay all the way down once you kind of hit that max capacity on that. So 24 to 45 seconds on that movement, and then we have pull-throughs. You can do this with a dumbbell or kettlebell. Push-up position, object starts on the outside, but he's going to reach across underneath while not trying to drop that shoulder too much. Pulls it to the other side, Showing control, nice tight core. He's really not letting his hips sway at all, right? He's staying in a really tight posture the whole time, okay? So you end up doing 10 pull-throughs per side. The next movement, we have our dumbbell or kettlebell row. When you guys do this, I want you to offset your feet, and he's allowed to put his hand that he's not rowing with as a brace on his leg, okay? He'll reach down and grab his dumbbell, nice tight low back from shoulders all the way down to his butt. You can see it's one straight line, reaching down to the floor. Once he hits the 5th rep, he's gonna hold at the top, and he's really squeezing that elbow into his side. He's gonna hold for 5 seconds, and then he would continue all the way to 10. When he hits 10, he would again do another 5-second hold, and then he would continue, and then once he hits his 15th rep, it's the last 5-second hold, and then he will switch sides. Okay, he would just switch his stance and then repeat on the other side. So that's our row. And then the last movement is our bicep curls. He's going to hold either end of the dumbbell, arms stayed, locked or fully extended, straight in front of him, bringing the dumbbell right up to his shoulders, keeping the elbows tight to his body, and then right back down. So you do 20 reps. Just to show you what that looks like with a kettlebell, let's get you to demonstrate that. Basically the same thing, he's just going to grab on either side of the grip of the kettlebell, but still doing the same movement, okay? If you guys find that your kettlebell is very heavy and you maybe need to flip it up the other way, you could try and do it the other way, but I always think this is the best way to do it, okay? So, after he finishes his 20 reps, then he'll do about a 90-second to 2-minute break, and he's going to repeat that sequence for 4 sets, okay? So that's our accessory portion. The WOD today, we have 20 reps of push press. So like I was saying, dip and drive, he's going to do 10 reps on one arm and then 10 reps on the other. So with his stance, it's about a hip width stance, chest is staying tall, drive the knees out, and then from there he's going to drive into the object, overhead, arm locked out beside his ear, back down, and keep cycling it on one side until he hits 10 reps. And then he would switch arms and then do 10 on the other side for his set of 20. Awesome. Now the only difference between using the dumbbell versus the kettlebell is this, so we'll just kind of show you from a side view. As you guys, let's get you to turn sideways, other way. So as you guys can see, he's got the kettlebell tucked between his shoulder and forearm. That's the best way to hold the kettlebell, okay? It's nice and secure. He's going to dip, drive up overhead, and then you can see his palm rotates so it's facing forward, okay? He would do 10 reps on one side and then switch and do 10 reps on the other side. That's our first movement. Okay? And then the other movement of the WOD is 20 alternating plank up down. So starting on his elbows on the floor, okay, feet squeezed together, hollow body position. His butt is just up a little bit. It's not sagging down towards the floor, showing me that he's not doing anything with his abs. I want you guys to keep the butt up. He'll go up with his right hand, and then down with his right hand. Next rep he goes up with his left, and then down with his left. Okay? You're doing 20 reps of those. Always alternating the arm you start with, okay? And you're going to do 5 rounds as fast as you can get through it, guys. That's going to be a really big shoulder burn. Hope you guys enjoy this workout. It's the Gun Show 2.0. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.